your first and last encounter.
My thoughts exactly.
Round 1. Fight!
This one is pleased to end you.
Round 2. Fight!
Sheer despair.
Finish him! Devora wins.
A challenger.
Okay, internet, can you hear me now? I was talking this whole time, you guys. I was talking this entire time. Oh man, I was talking about how we gotta look towards La Luna. I was talking about MKX, how a buddy of mine and I get together to play MKX. We get together to play Mortal Kombat a lot.
So you actually have skill.
And this last week we played MKX for the first time in a long time, and we realized, one, how fun this game is, and number two, how terrible we are at it. We just got so bad at this game. But I'm just playing it now because I want to get the endings for all the characters, so I'm just putting it on very easy and just going through it to collect all the endings. With that being said, man, we had some comments, and I apologize, you guys. I was talking into a mic that was not set up like a jabroni. So let me get to these comments real quick. We have Corey saying, holy crap, I hope the live stream lasts a good long time. Well, it depends on what you consider a long time, Corey. No mic, hey, do you see me? I need attention. Oof, that's dark. We can't hear you. Okay. Or I cannot. I can now. Okay, yes, finally. I know. Very silly. Very silly. But to be fair, I haven't live streamed in a while, you guys. And yeah, so what I want to do is I want to go over some comments from my polls that I've done. Kind of go over the polls, see what we agree with, what we don't agree with, what we want to discuss, and just kind of talk about it. I'm so upset that Cassie Cage is going to be a pro wrestler, but they instead made her a military soldier, which is lame. A pro wrestler in Mortal Kombat would have been terrible. This is not tongue-in-cheek fighting like Street Fighter or something like that. Like a pro wrestler? Pro wrestlers aren't really fighting. No. military person is, I think, a better call for Cassie Cage. But ooh, okay. But yeah, man, we play the combo paths in this game are just so beautiful. So many different ways that you can excuse me, so many different paths, so many different ways you can open up the opponent. The same opener can lead to a different combo path, and just this game is just so beautiful. I just wish that MK11, instead of getting what we got, I wish we got the defensive mechanics from MK11 added to the MKX system. And I think we would have had a classic of a game. Like, give us the flawless block, maybe some of the wake up mechanics so that there is some defense. Because, and then you keep all the combo paths, keep all the offense, keep the run button. All of that stuff, I think, would have just made for a great fighting game. But alas, we got what we got. Secret combatant, have you seen my polls? I have seen your polls, Secret. I've voted on them. Yeah, I've seen your polls. And I think it was a really great idea that you started doing polls. Corey says, it makes me so mad. Pro wrestling is so much more feminine, is it? And sexier than being a military soldier. Agree to disagree. Corey. What if Cassie has an OnlyFans? You guys are gooning over these characters. Oh my gosh. Being a pro wrestler is much more feminine than being a military soldier. How you figure that, sir? How is pro wrestling more feminine than being a soldier? A soldier could be like a cook. Wouldn't a cook be considered more feminine than a fighter? Not that a woman can't be a fighter. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that. Oh my gosh, I know nothing with this character. Secret says, come on, let me have my fun. Okay. You from South Park now, huh? I love being a gooner, says Corey. That, gosh, it is just terrible. That's jabroni levels, Corey. Secret says, but Cole, wait, what? Let me have some fun.
Hope they like boot leather.
Yeah, you guys. Cassie, oh, and look, this is Corey's favorite character in his favorite game. At least she is in his favorite outfit. So, I'm gonna go about maybe a week or 8 days in. Oh my gosh, it's a counter. Ay, ay, ay. Man, jeez, I know this gameplay is not the best right now, but this game, man, oh my gosh, MKX. Oh my gosh, what is this? Hold on a second, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll deal with that in a moment. In any case, okay, you guys, let's go over some. Let's go over some of the polls.
Devora wins.
We can do like one game, one poll, something like that. Okay. So here's one I did 8 days ago. Of the Deadly Alliance, who would you say is the most powerful? And we had Shang Tsung take it by a greater margin than I thought he would. So you could ask what happened. Oh, I'm just going. I just got a text that I'm gonna have to deal with in a little bit. Secret said I chose Quan Chi. Well, so that's interesting. Why did you choose Quan Chi? Like, if you want to kind of explain yourself, would you say Quan Chi is actually the stronger of the two? And it feels like most people, at least on the poll, most people were saying that it was because Quan Chi beat Shang Tsung during their fight in Deception. Let me see if I can get to some of the comments here. I hate fighting Quan Chi in MKX. Your soul is mine versus my existence. In Deadly Alliance, Shang Tsung was overpowered by Quan Chi. I think you mean in Deception. In Deception. Or Deception. Yeah, there you go. You corrected yourself. So let's see here. Me shamelessly plugging my video here on the Deadly Alliance. We got Quan Chi's a ruler of the Netherrealm, which I don't know if that's entirely true. I think he just rules instead of, in absence rather, of Shinnok, but that's neither here nor there. He controls an army of the most aggressive versions of dead warriors. Yeah, in the MK9 timeline, yep, he absolutely does. Actually, 9 and X, yeah. Those who lived through the OG Deadly Alliance era know that Quan is the stronger of the two. And why is that? What? I mean, that clearly we see him beat him up in Deception, but what does he mean by in Deadly Alliance? Shang Tsung is a cobra, while Quan Chi is a skeletal T-Rex. True, but that cobra that's a pretty big cobra, though. It's a pretty big fire, like it's made of fire. That's what I'm saying. He literally beat him and Raiden. I mean, he didn't beat him and Raiden. They ganged up on Raiden, and then he beat Shang Tsung. So I don't know if I agree with that. Let me see here. We got. Actually, let's see if we can see Secret on here. Shang is the ex-champion, while Quan primarily uses magic powers. Shang's better at fighting. However, Shang is a human who was taught magic, while Quan Chi knows how long Netherrealm demon who lives by magic. Quan is God knows how long Netherrealm demon who lives by magic. Quan is more powerful. I mean, I don't know if I co-sign that, because you don't have to be older than someone to beat them. Liu Kang has proved that it doesn't matter how long you've been living, you can get these hands. Hold on a second. Secret says, can people come back to life in MK? Do they just stay dead forever? What? People come back to life all the time in Mortal Kombat. What are you talking about? Yeah. People come to life all the time. I mean, we literally had we literally had Liu Kang's dead body reanimate itself and come back to life. I mean, we've had Sindel die and come back to life. So yeah, people can come back to life. Liu Kang versus Goku. Who's winning? Goku is whooping his behind. Goku is he can fly. He's moving at the speed of light, faster than the, like Dragon Ball characters are stupid. With what? The Dragon Balls? It doesn't. Dragon Balls or no? I think Goku, Liu Kang is in trouble. Liu Kang is definitely in trouble. They move faster than you can see. Like that alone. Okay. Let's take a look at one of the other polls here. How do I... What am I looking for here? Here we go. Corey says, I prefer being a gooner over trying to find a girlfriend. Too hard to find the perfect woman. There's no such thing as a perfect woman. But you're not perfect, so it's okay. No one's perfect. Except for... except for Kurt Hennig. He's the only... No one's gonna get that. Okay. Oh my gosh, why did this take me all the way up here? Okay. Let's go back. Go back. Okay, so here we go. We have this 8 days ago. 7 days ago, we have who's your favorite live-action depiction of the Netherrealm sorcerer? Quan Chi. This one didn't really get as many votes. It seems like it seems like people like these who's the most powerful because those tend to get more votes. The Deadly Alliance question had 626 votes. This one, as far as who's the better Quan Chi, only had 318 votes. And of course the mythology's Richard Divisio destroyed the Conquest Quan Chi. Sorry, Corey, but you're alone on that one. I'm talking to someone right now. That's what's up, Secret. That's what's up. Go ahead and handle that. Go ahead and get you a little someone to keep warm with. I definitely co-sign that. Okay, so how do you guys feel about Quan Chi, the actors who portrayed Quan Chi? Do we agree with this assessment? Is Richard Divisio the better Quan Chi, or is the Conquest Quan Chi the best? What say you guys? Corey says, I love the mythology's Quan Chi for him taunting Sub-Zero by calling him ninja in a racial slur kind of way. Yeah, that, you know what? As a kid, I totally... I didn't really grasp it in that sense, but growing up and revisiting it, it's like, yeah, he was definitely using the hard R when he was referring to Sub-Zero. Secret says MK Mythology Sub-Zero is better, not gonna lie. Alright, well, we agree with that one then. Let's go to this one. So this one we had 552 votes. It was, what's your favorite look for Reptile? Do you like him more man than lizard? Oh, and this is right up your alley, Secret. More man than lizard or more lizard than man? What say you? And I believe, Secret, I believe you say something here. Let me see. I dislike the timeline and multiverse type of story direction for Mortal Kombat, but I like how MK1 did Reptile and Lizard that shapeshifts into a man. I think that's the best method for Reptile. I mean, it's definitely one of the most popular. What they did with Reptile and MK1, I think most people are very happy with. Oh, Secret says, do I have to explain? Yes, you have to explain. Let's hear it. Listen. Other people are going to watch this, so they're going to want your explanation. Even though I might know what you're going to say, not everyone else knows what you're going to say. So go ahead, explain it for those who are uninitiated. Corey says, Sub-Zero finally made it clear that he did not like Quan Chi calling him a ninja, yet he kept calling him that. Yeah, exactly. That's what made it all the better. Is he told him right at the beginning of the game, like, I'm not a ninja, and he went out of his way to continue calling him that. That's just the kind of guy that Quan Chi is. In my IMO, is that in my opinion? Okay, yes. In my opinion, MKX had the best design. I like him having human proportions with the scaly texture, which is I haven't seen a lot of people say that they like the MKX version of Reptile best. So that was an interesting comment to see. This next person says, I love the classic Reptile look. Next person, definitely more lizard. This is something that surprises me, because I always thought maybe it's just because I prefer him to be more human looking and just have like a scary lizard face when he's ready for it. But I suppose I might be in the minority on this, but it says definitely more lizard. Anything that makes him less of another ninja, like how they made Ermac a mummy, or Rain being a demigod or a wizard too. That's interesting. So just to differentiate the ninja than just being a different color. Even though I kind of like the different color ninjas. Like, I'm not gonna lie. But I can understand why someone would want them to just be more than just a palette swap, essentially. So I can totally get that. Hold on. Secret says, I say Reptile being more man is better because he doesn't look what and has Riz and classic takes the cake for me. Oh, the classic ninja look. Gotcha. Corey says, I prefer MK1 Reptile having a human ninja form, so his ninja outfit can be green. Him being a green lizard man like an MKX with a black outfit is not right. I can understand why people would like that, and I think his MKX design is fine. I just don't like it best for Reptile. So I see what you're saying there. MK1, UMK3, and MK1. Okay, so the first Mortal Kombat, UMK3 and MK1 are the best in my opinion. Yeah, I agree with you on that as well. I agree on that one. So there we go. And it looks like most people agreed with that as well. So more man than lizard got 76%, and then more lizard than man only got 24%. So the people agree. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Secret says he's gonna wipe his nether region with the MKX design. Yo, that's some heavy hate for Size Off. Some heavy hate. Oh yeah, this smoke kills. Okay, here's another poll. 699 votes. Let me see if I can get all of it. Okay. Oh wait, can I get the question too? There we go. Which persona would you say is most powerful? So we got Sub-Zero as like Bihan as Sub-Zero. We got Bihan as Noob Saibot, and then we got Kuai Liang as Sub-Zero. And oddly enough, this surprised me. Kuai Liang taking the cake by a mile. 65% said Kuai Liang is more powerful than the other two. And then coming in at second, we have Noob Saibot, Bihan, at 26%. And then we got Sub-Zero Bihan at only 10%. Which I guess he has the least amount of feats, but I feel like well, I guess it depends on which Noob Saibot, right? Noob Saibot in MK1 has some wins under his belt, but I feel like every other version of Noob Saibot like loses every match he's in, if I'm not mistaken. That's not Scythe. That's Oolong or Poir. Just transformed. Secret also says this one made this made you start your polls. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. I'm glad that I played a small part, if I did. They should make Bihan. Oh, hold on one second. So we got Corey saying they should make Bihan be the main antagonist and final boss of the next MK game. Really? You'd have someone like Noob Saibot be the main boss instead of like Shao or Onaga or someone like that? That is an interesting idea. Bihan gets his booty whipped in every game he's in, except 2023. Yeah, he really does. He gets beat up and everything. Well, technically not. Technically not in Sub-Zero mythologies. In mythologies, he beat the 4 gods. He beat Scorpion, and then he beat Shinnok. So he has some wins under his belt. It's just that he dies to Scorpion in the first tournament, and then that's the last we see of him. But he does have some wins, but not enough for people to vote for him, it looks like. Corey says, I would prefer Noob Saibot as the final boss because he is a ninja. Okay, I can understand that. POV, you get kicked in the snow Soulnado. He did get kicked in the Soulnado, but he lived. He did live. I feel like the Soulnado... maybe I should do a short on this about like... The Soulnado never kills anyone, because you see the Soulnado. First, we saw a Scorpion get thrown into the Soulnado, and he lived. He was able to go see the Elder Gods. Then we have Noob Saibot getting thrown into the Soulnado, and again nothing happens. It feels like beings of evil keep getting thrown into the Soulnado, and it doesn't kill them. Okay, with that being said, hold on one second. Man, where do you guys feel Corrupted Shinnok lands on the power spectrum? Like, is he more or less powerful than Shao Kahn? I know a lot of people will say, that Shao Kahn is more powerful than Shinnok. But is he more powerful than Corrupted Shinnok? What do you guys think? Okay, let's just beat, oh my gosh, that beam is so annoying. Let's beat this guy and just get the ending real quick. Here we go.
Devora's ultimate plan was not to destroy Shinnok, but to enslave him. She implanted larvae, her young, in his body to gestate. Having consumed the godlike power of their immortal host, Deborah's offspring were unlike any chitin ever born. As they matured, they spread like locusts throughout the realms. Her army of chitin super drones brought glory to Deborah, their beloved queen, and destruction to all.
Devora is nightmare fuel. I'm gonna implant larvae in you to eat you from the inside. That's like xenomorph levels. Shirtless Shinnok. Yes. Shinnok. Oh, hold on. What am I doing here? Here we go. Shirtless Shinnok, indeed. Okay. While we're doing that, let's go over to the next poll. Okay, here we go. Alright, so... Oh yeah, we got this toasty. I didn't even catch that this was Deadpool until someone mentioned it, and then I realized, yeah, the yellow bubbles, the yellow voice bubbles, well, kind of gives away that this isn't Peter, this is Deadpool. Okay, Corey saying, just imagine how hard it is to find the ideal woman. Yeah, maybe it might be difficult, but I mean, people have been doing it for millennia, you know, for decades. Maybe not millennia, but for decades. So here's a Valentine's question as far as who is the best couple in the game. I mentioned some other couples like Shao and Sindel, Takeda and Jackie, and Kotal and Jade, but the ones that I put on the poll was Liu Kang and Kitana, which just took it away. There's Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade, and then there is Melina and Tanya. So, what do you guys think? Who is the best couple in Mortal Kombat? And if it's not one of these three, then who would you say it is? Scorpion and Melina. You know what? There was a lot of like fan art about those two, like back when like Mortal Kombat 2 was new, because they both took off their mask to like a weird face, I guess. I don't know why people put them together, but people were, you know, doing fan fiction stuff with Melina and Scorpion ever since Mortal Kombat 2. And it never, they've never done anything in the story. Like I can't even think of a time where they really interact in the story. I mean, obviously they have pre-match dialogue because everyone does, but I can't really think of a time where they really talk to each other in the story. Secret Combatant says, say crack my fingers backwards. Crack my fingers backwards. There, I just said it. Reptile and Ashura. Reptile and Ashura is a good one too. Yeah, that's one that I forgot to put down. Scorpion never does anything in the story. I mean, that's not true. That's not entirely true. He did kill Quan Chi in MKX. That's something. He what else did Scorpion do in the story mode? Yeah, for as popular as Sub-Zero and Scorpion are, they don't really have major roles to play in the story. I'm trying to think what other major thing he did. He trained Takeda, if that counts. Didn't fall for it. Smart. Thank you. I try. Scorpion deserves a lot. Yeah, I mean, He kills. He kills. Quan Chi and X, and other than that, I mean, he in the 3D era he was quote unquote the champion of the Elder Gods, but that didn't really result to much anyway when it comes to the canon ending of that game. Let me see here. Corey says, imagine finding the ideal woman who fits your desires to a T, but then she rejects your romantic interest. Well, then you that's a skill issue, sir. You gotta you gotta get more game, sir. Or maybe they don't like you, and that's fine too. And there's many other fish in the sea. You know, if you're, man, where did I hear this analogy where someone was saying, you might be like, if someone doesn't like you, like you're a mango, let's say, or you're an apple, and you might be a great apple, you're not rotten. If someone doesn't like you, you're still a great apple, but maybe that girl just doesn't like apples, and that's fine. Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Reptile, and Ermac. What about them? Corey, I think you meditated too long. Yeah, I agree. You got a lot of what ifs, and but you know what? I promise I wasn't going to push you to do anything to go one way or another. Do your thing, do your own thing, but you're coming up with scenarios that might not even happen. Like, it's just in your head. And if it does happen, I mean, what's the big deal in the long run anyway? Okay, let's see who else we got to get an ending for. Corey says finding an ideal woman is like as hard as finding your favorite fish in the ocean. That's not true. You can't talk to fish. You can't narrow it down with fish by going to places that you like. Like, for example, I like video games, right? So I can go to like a barcade, and if I see girls at a barcade, then I know that we at least have something in common. Like, there are things to do to narrow down who you're gonna talk to. So it's, no, your analogy about fish doesn't track when it comes to this. Secret says, what if Johnny Cage pantsed Shinnok, then beat him? What? I mean, I could see him doing something like that. He is the character that would do that. By the way, how do you guys feel about Carl Urban as Johnny Cage? Personally, I wanted The Miz. I thought The Miz would have been a great Johnny Cage, but Carl Urban is a great actor, so we'll see if he can pull off this type of character. But I don't think I've ever really seen a bad performance from Carl Urban. Corey says finding a woman is harder than finding a prehistoric dinosaur in the jungle. Okay, all right, Corey. Sub-Zero in Fortnite. Yeah, Sub-Zero is in Fortnite. He looks okay, I guess. I'm ready to blow some money away. I guess he is, it would be the first official game where any Mortal Kombat character would be in the same roster as a Street Fighter character. I mean, granted, it's not a fighting game, but it is the very first time that those two characters are linked in an official game. So that, just to be able to say that, I think is pretty cool. Aaron Black. I don't have Aaron Black's ending. Okay. Secret says I have mixed feelings about it. What are your mixed feelings? What do you like and dislike about the idea of Sub-Zero being in Fortnite? Fortnite, you know what? Say what you will, even if you don't like the idea of him being in Fortnite, just the idea that Fortnite can stay relevant, where they can pull off something that will have people talking about it, is impressive for a game to continue doing that. Support says, what up? What's going on, Support? We're just talking about Sub-Zero and Fortnite, how we feel about that. And I was saying that I really think that it's an impressive feat for Fortnite to, whether it's a good inclusion or not, they can get the licenses to make people talk about their game, and that's an impressive thing to do. Secret says, why didn't they do this years ago? But MK and Fortnite. Well, like I said, you don't want to blow your load on everything, so maybe they could have done it years ago, but they already had guests that kept them relevant. So maybe they just had this in their back pocket for, okay, the game is getting kind of stale. Let's pull the trigger on Sub-Zero. Or maybe they couldn't get the rights to Sub-Zero because of legal red tape, because of WB, because of who knows what. They were figuring out contracts and how, who's payment stuff. I don't know. I don't know why. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. So we got Secret saying Aaron Black was born between 1798 and 1836 in Spanish America or Texas. Was he? Aaron Black's exact origins are unknown. Born on Earth, he somehow found himself in Outworld. There he spent years wandering the vast territories, selling his amazing weaponry skills to local warlords. Now in the employ of the Emperor, Kotal Khan, Black shows no inclination to return to Earthrealm or aid them in their present struggles. Maybe. Maybe he was born when you said he did. I've never seen anything to confirm or deny. Support says, I don't really care much for Fortnite, honestly. Only played it when I visited my cousins back then, but now not really. Yeah, to be honest, I've played maybe 3 games of Fortnite total. I've maybe played a total of 15 minutes of Fortnite. But I think it is relevant in the stock of the franchise of Mortal Kombat. So just getting more eyes on Mortal Kombat in general. Hopefully that translates to more, maybe they get some players to come over and play Mortal Kombat. Like, hey, I remember this game or this character. Let me pick this up. So I'm guessing that's why they do these kind of partnerships, but only time will tell if that will actually result in any crossover. Aaron Black origin is retconned in MK11. Is it? People say he was born in Texas. Where are you guys getting this? I'm gonna get back into it though. Oh, Secret, you gotta get back into Fortnite? Corey says, I would only want a woman who is hyperactive and what? With red hair, blue eyes, beautiful body, and has a ponytail. Corey, I hope you got it going on yourself, sir. I hope you got abs. I hope you got my standards of women are extremely high. I hope standards for yourself are high as well. We normally get who we are. We attract who we are. Or we attract our, it's rude to say our level, but that's basically what I'm trying to say. Corey, I think it's bedtime. Secret said, I think it's bedtime. Oh, man. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. So we're talking about that, and then what is the next one? And then the next poll was from yesterday. Only 177 votes, but it says if you could only choose to live in either a place that is overregulated and controlled by the government, like Order Realm, or a place with zero government or rules, like Chaos Realm, which would you choose? And this was not close either. 67% said Order Realm, 33% said Chaos Realm. I'm surprised that there were that many people who would want to live in a lawless world, to be honest. Hold on one second, you guys. Okay. Corey says, I won't be happy unless the woman is exactly how I want her to be. Oh, boy. Okay. Secret says, if you seen my poll, people really like the Spectre version of Scorpion. No. Tell me about it. So why did they return Scorpion to human and is Kuai Liang? Because I think they wanted to try something different. We've had Ninja Spectre Scorpion from the first game in the 90s all the way to when was I guess in MKX was when he finally became human. So we've had Ninja Spectre Scorpion from 1995 to like 2017. It's been like 23 years of Ninja Spectre Scorpion. Like we can move away from that archetype of a character. Like he doesn't have to stay that forever. And he's going to be Ninja Spectre Scorpion again eventually. We're going to get back to that to that style of character. But to say, well, because of that, we don't have to, we can never explore any other facets of this character, I think is a little silly. Like, try something new. Support says wasted potential to have a young Hotaro in MK1. Man, I'm surprised so many people like Hotaro. But a lot of people share that sentiment. Support. Secret says, Corey, you will achieve happiness. I really hope he does. I hope you do achieve happiness, Corey. Secret says, imagine Johnny Cage and Jax serving in World War II. Johnny Cage? The actor? Why? Why would he be in World War II? Support says Chaos Realms should have gave Havoc. Wait, what? Hold on. Chaos Realms should have gave Havoc from Liu Kang's timeline to shine, and maybe start his rise to power while Liu Kang and allies deal with Titan Havoc. Oh, Chaos Reigns should have gave Havoc. Okay, I think I see what you're saying here. So Chaos Reigns should have gave Havoc from Liu Kang's timeline. Oh, Time to Shine. Okay, that Havoc. Okay, I see. Plot twist. World War II Johnny from Havoc timeline is actually our Johnny Cage great-grandfather. Secret says, okay, Fitz, the time has come. Good night. Hey, listen, have a good night. Thank you for stopping in, Secret. It was cool to see La Luna once again. And don't get beat up out there. Let me see here. So, Corey says life is hard and boring. I mean, life is only as boring as you make it. There are things you can do to make life. There's nothing more exciting than life, but also I guess there's nothing more boring than life. I mean, you're gonna. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but life is the most exciting thing you'll ever do. So if you find it boring, that's going to be a sad existence. Get out and do something. Do something exciting.
Filthy traitorous beast.
I'd rather I mean, that's some dark desires, but I guess go ahead, do it then. If you'd find that more exciting. Ooh. Support says, I mean, since Chaos Reigns was about Titan Havoc, why not our Havoc from Lu timeline be the main focus? I mean, I guess just because how do you balance all of that? How do you write that story? So, I mean, what does that story look like? Is Havoc the main character? Is Havoc the one fighting the other timeline Havoc? The Titan Havoc? Do you just not give, I mean, it's that's what I was saying when people complain about these story modes, try to write a I can't even talk. Try to write a screenplay. Just see how hard it is to write a screenplay. And not just, oh, well, I want to see this happen, but write, this character exits from the corner door, and then this character enters and turns to this character and says this line and says that line, and then this character says that line, and then do the fight choreography and do the whole thing. Write the whole thing. And then also you have constraints because you only have these voice actors here for X amount of time or for X amount of lines. So you can only do X amount of story time. So you can't just put everything you want into it. Like there's so many different things, and probably things that I'm not even thinking of, that goes into making a story. But even if you have unlimited time and unlimited lines, try writing a story, a screenplay. See how difficult it is, and then you write it, and you refine it, and then you go over it again and you refine it, and then you think you have a great story, and then everyone just says, oh, it sucks because you didn't do one thing or another. Like, what do you want? Support says, like, our Havoc gets imprisoned by Titan Havoc to form the Chaos Realm in his universe. So then in his universe, the Titan Havoc, he's a Titan, but he doesn't have a Chaos Realm already? Corey says, Would you make a deal with Shang Tsung to learn Flesh Pit's magic and make a girlfriend? Absolutely not. Kidding me? No way. Oh man, you don't know what kind of stuff is gonna what kind of side effects that creature is gonna have. If it'll have a soul, then you haven't read enough creepypasta if you think that's a good idea. If you think they're just gonna be your own little like mindless person that will do everything you want, they might not like you. You know, just like Melina doesn't really like Shang Tsung. Like they might try to kill you for keeping them from doing the things that they want to do. Like it might be your nightmare. Support says, I mean, our Havoc gets the inspiration from Titan to want to spread chaos to all realms. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. You could do that.
You belong in Earthrealm.
Corey might as well just get an android as a girlfriend, and that's scary too. That might be, you know what? Oddly enough, that might be coming in our society, and scary stuff, man. Something malfunctions. Oh gosh, I don't even want to think about it. Maybe it gets AI and becomes sentient, and then it gets upset because you've kept it a prisoner, quote unquote. Oh jeez, like, oh man, like all of these things could just be a nightmare. An absolute nightmare. Oh, that was the X-ray. But as far as Havoc, I guess becoming aware that he wants to spread chaos. I'm for it. I think there are. I feel like we need more of the villains in MK1 to have more screen time. So Havoc, what's his name? Who does the Ninja Stars? Who wants to be Shao? Reiko, of course Shao, Rain. All these characters are interesting, and I feel like should get more screen time, so I'm 100% with you on that. What I'm saying is, I mean, maybe they just felt like they couldn't fit it into Chaos Reigns, even though I do feel like I feel like the way they ended Chaos Reigns was a little bit abrupt, so maybe seeing Havoc, you know, talking to himself and saying that he would want to see chaos in his timeline, even though having both story modes end with with Havoc being alluded to as the next major villain, I don't know if I'd be okay with that. So I don't know. I just don't know. Where would you fit in Havoc? Do you just give him a scene where maybe he's not the main villain, it's still Titan Havoc, but there's just a random scene with you know, MK1 timeline Havoc talking about that he wants to do chaos and all around? I don't know. I just feel like it would be hard to. Oh my gosh. Support says, Corey says, take out the trash, girlfriend. And her girlfriend says, no, you take out the trash. Corey says, I'm taking you back to the store. Why would I want a girlfriend to take out the trash? Oh man, so what you're Corey, what you're saying is you would take out the trash? Ah. Oh. Ooh. Anyway. But yeah, I don't know. Corey says, I would prefer to do all the chores and have my girlfriend just sit on the sofa and look pretty. Damn, it's like that, Corey? Okay. Corey, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of women who would love to hear that. Ugh. Oh. Oh, I mean, terrible damage, but...
Stop bleeding and stand up.
Round two. Fight.
What do you guys feel about Carl Urban as the new Johnny Cage? Are you guys excited about the movie coming out? Personally, I wouldn't want Carl Urban, but I feel like he does a good job in almost everything he's in. Krillin and Android 18. Hey, Android 18 definitely wears the pants in that relationship. 100%. Man, I like how in Dragon Ball Super, in the Tournament of Power, you know, we've always seen 18 in some kind of stylish suit. Like she has the jeans shorts and the jeans jacket and whatnot with the red ribbon trimmings. But in in Tournament of Power, she's just a mom in a tracksuit. She's just like, whatever. I don't. I'm tired and I gotta cook dinner, so I'm just wearing this tracksuit. Man, this trick shot was kind of cool. I'm surprised that they don't. They took that out.
Round two. Fight.
Ooh. Man, that's pretty liberal on when you can change the timing for that. The only chore the woman needs to do is look pretty and cute. Hey, like I said, if you, man, I mean, if you can provide like that, there's gonna be lots of women who'd wanna talk to you. If that's how you're treating your ladies. Support says it would have been ironic if the History of Trunks special showed Android 18 personally kill Krillin instead of 17 killing. It would have been dark. Yeah, that actually would have been a cool little juxtaposition there. If 18 was the one that killed Krillin.
Walk away while you can.
Man, the androids used to be. I mean, I feel like everyone used to be tough, and then eventually becomes garbage. Huh. Oh. Oh, I forgot he has these lightsaber-like things. Imagine the irony in Trunks' timeline. Android 18 kills Krillin only to marry him in the main timeline. I mean, I feel like he still thought it was nuts to see Android 18 marry Krillin. Just to see her not murderous. And then I don't think we ever get to see him experience 17. But 17 becomes a good guy too by Super. I'm so late on that. Ooh. Corey says, I would treat a girlfriend like a baby that needs to be pampered all the time. Man, Corey, you need to tell that to other women. Tell that to women. They will, I'm pretty sure that, I mean, I don't want to say everyone is the same and they'll all react in the same way, but odds are they'll probably like what you have to say if you're saying things like that. So, you know, tell that to a woman that you like.
I'll move when I'm ready.
You best get ready.
Man, remember these outfits? Forgot about this overhead. It's so ridiculous. Ooh. Oh. I hate the idea of guns in this. Like, at least they're not like they are in Injustice, where they're fast and they cause a knockdown. I think if in fighting games, if your projectile is fast and small like that, then it should be no knockdown. But if your projectile is big and slow, then it should knock you down. Ooh. Like, I like how the guns don't knock you down the way they do in Injustice. We have One Faded saying, yo, what's going on, One Faded? How you doing this evening? We were talking about just some random MK stuff like Sub-Zero in Fortnite, while I try to get some endings in MKX. Now, before I jump off, I don't know if any of you wanted to play MK1, but I do want to actually start getting some King of the Hill matches in. So if you guys are open to King of the Hill matches and you want to start a little play group, I would definitely be down for that. Okay, follow up. No.
Stop bleeding and stand up.
Ah. Oh, that doesn't. Ah, okay. Wait a second. Do I see Hank Hill? King of the Hill? Ooh. Support says, Hank Hill, why you mention the name of my show? What? King of the Hill. Oh, King of the Hill. I did say King of the Hill. Yeah, King of the Hill. You know what I really would love to do is like do a King of the Hill for like an hour, and then after an hour, whoever's the king wins a prize. Something like that. I think that would be pretty cool. But we would actually need to do King of the Hills to do things like that. So if that's something that you guys think you'd want to do, then let me know. Maybe we can just plan a day where it's just like King of the Hills, like maybe like Saturdays or something. I don't know. Excuse me. Oh. That trick shot is a cool projectile.
Khan visits the guard.
Round 2. Fight.
Man, I just love the run mechanic in this game. And the characters just feel so snappy. Like, they just feel... I don't know. They just feel more responsive. Like, you just do something and then it happens. Whereas I feel like starting in 11, there was like this inherent... I don't know, lag almost. Not even online. I mean, just the way it works. Like when you press a button, how long it takes for something to come out. Man, am I gonna lose to this jabroni? This is not looking good. Ooh. Are you joking? I forgot I have an X-ray. I love how the name is on the bullet. By the way, how can I not mention King of the Hill? That is a great show. That show is underrated. Stop. Oh, we got some comments here. Support says the fact that every MK character in MK11 got a younger version of themselves from the past, except for Aaron Black, Kotal, and Devora. Yeah, you're right. Even if it's not in the story, I think it would have been cool just to have that.
Nearly 150 years ago, Aaron Black had been hired by Shang Tsung to assassinate an Earthrealm warrior. In return, Shang had slowed Black's aging process. He could therefore afford to be patient. If an employer wanted someone dead, they would be in time. A team of young Earthrealm warriors had caused Aaron Black's current employer, Kotal Khan, much inconvenience. With the patience of a viper, Black eliminated them all.
I think this is one of the endings that are actually linked with some other endings in this game. Hold on one second. What do we got here? Corey says, I hope that the PS6 will not be out in 2028. I will be so miserable if PS6 comes out in 2026. I don't think it's going to be that soon. I feel like we just got PS5. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that soon at all. So, fear not. I mean, 2028 maybe sounds more realistic, to be honest, than 2026. I don't think so. Oh, wait a second. So, support says, according to MKX, Aaron Black could literally wait 1,000 years or beyond and still be patient enough to hunt down the target. I mean, they didn't say 1,000 years. They said, if you give him a name, eventually he will kill them. I mean, unless the person lives for 1,000 years, like Shang Tsung or one of those guys. But I think it's just a matter of, like, you know, any regular human, you give Aaron Black their name, he will eventually kill them. Kind of like I don't know if you're familiar with Jaqen Hagar from Game of Thrones, where if you name someone, he'll get to them. Like, eventually, when the time is right, he will get to them. Eventually. Corey says, we need to appreciate the PS5 instead of Sony being heartless and giving a PS6 at 2028, which is just 3 years from now. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I feel like it also doesn't build brand loyalty, because why would I buy the PS6 if I know PS7 is just a few years down the line? So I get it, but a new system, I mean, so the thing is, they don't start making a profit from new hardware until like a year after the release. Everything up until then, the distribution, the parts, all that stuff, it's at a loss. And the longer the system is out for making sales, is the more profit they make off of that initial investment. So the idea that they would come out with a brand new system in 2026 is unheard of. It would be ridiculous in the industry. So I seriously doubt we're getting a PS6 in 2026. And if I'm wrong and it happens, it is a blunder. I think Sony is too smart to do something like that, but only time will tell. Support says, imagine if the name of target Shang Tsung gave Aaron Black was another Aaron Black. It would be ridiculous. Oh man, I saw Friday the 13th and I almost forgot that Jason is in this game. All right. Well, you guys, listen, it's been about an hour and a half since we've been streaming, so I am going to call it. Thank you so much for stopping by. You know what? I think probably tomorrow or Thursday. Maybe not Thursday. Either tomorrow or Friday. Tomorrow or Friday. Let's do a King of the Hill in MK1. And then maybe we can do like a... maybe we'll also watch all the endings in MK1. I think that would be cool. So we'll do some matches. And then we'll watch some of the endings. Because I believe I have all the endings for all the characters in MK1. Corey says, I love chatting with you. Corey, I enjoy your presence as well. I enjoy you being here and hanging out. And I appreciate that you... Look, I say it all the time as kind of like a gimmick. But I really do appreciate that you guys, all of you, come in here and hang out. There are a million other things that you could be doing with your time. So I appreciate you spending some time with me and, you know, just talking about stupid stuff. Support says, Shang Tsung in MK11. Aaron Black, I want you to off another Aaron Black. Aaron Black says, okay. Shoots the other Aaron Black and gets erased from existence. Yeah, I mean, if he kills his younger self, according to the rules that MK11 established, yeah, if you kill your younger self, you just cease to exist, which would be ridiculous for Aaron to take that to take that bounty. Unless he just didn't know who the target really was. And that's just stupid. I would hope Aaron is smarter than that. All right, well, listen, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and call it quits. Again, thank you so much for hanging out. We're going to do, like I said, most likely tomorrow. If not tomorrow, it's going to be Friday. And I'm going to put up a community post about it. But either tomorrow or Friday, we're playing MK1. And then we're going to do MK1 endings as well. So, again, thank you guys for hanging out. Time is our most valuable asset. So again, I want to thank you guys for spending some of your time with me here tonight. Hope you guys hope you enjoyed it enough to come back for the next one. And until then, don't get beat up out there, you guys.
Unky D's on that beat.